Hi guys, it's Jessie Holton here, your Stamping Up demonstrator for Australia, jessieholton.com. I just thought that I would jump on and show you guys some cards that I've been making and show you how easy it is to do a whole batch of cards at once once you've got a little production line going. So give me a second, I'll just pop you up on my little holder so that you guys can watch me in action. Okay, so I've got my little egg timer here, my cute little cupcake. I'm going to give myself 20 minutes and let's see what we can get done. So these are some of the cards that I've already made up and you can see that they're really cute. There's a couple of different patterns there. This is the Presents and Pinecones designer series paper, and you can see I've followed pretty much the same. That's it. That's all I've done so far. So I've followed the same sort of layout. They're either landscape or portrait, but I've got all of the same bits. So some of them, well, all of them are A4 cut in half and then scored down the middle. So that's cut at 14.9 and scored at 10.5 centimeters. And then the inside layer is just 2 millimeters shorter, or 4 millimeters all up shorter on each edge, so that you've got a 2 mil border in the middle. And I've cut the white Whisper White cardstock the same on the inside. I'm yet to stamp that. Okay, and then I went ahead and I cut all of these bits. So these are 10.5 by 7 centimeters, and I cut some mint macaron, some Dijon, delightful Dijon, and I also cut some early espresso, and I've just got one in the cherry cobbler. So they're all complementing colours for this designer series paper. So this I've put through 2 pieces at a time in the softly falling embossing folder through my Big Shot. So I did all of the white bits at once and embossed them all at once. And it really cuts down on your time when you're doing them all in a big group. You do all your cutting at once, you do all your scoring at once, do all your embossing at once. Then I cut out, these are the new stitched framelits. How gorgeous are they? So you've got the squares on the back, circles and ovals. You get 4 in each shape, so 12 all up. And they're just the perfect sizes for sentiments and little images that you just want to frame. And they just give the sweetest little edge. So I'm really, really chuffed with those. I think they're adorable and I think I'm going to use them tons. I've used the Christmas Pines stamp set. I've used the May Your Christmas Sparkle with Joy and Happiness in cherry cobbler, and then I've used this to stamp over the top in mint macaron just to give it some sparkles. And then I've used a little bit of the cherry cobbler ribbon. It comes in a 2-pack with Emerald Envy as well. And then I've used a little bit of metallic thread. So some of these have got the gold on them, and some of them have got the Emerald Envy on them. So you can get the metallic threads. These are in the annual catalogue and these are out of the holiday catalogue. And I think it's a 2-pack with real red metallic thread as well. So I've got a bunch of cards here. Now I already started these yesterday, so they're already sort of half prepared. I've got the Whisper White glued on the inside and then the bit on the front. I've got all of these already glued together and I've already got all of my little sentiments cut out. So I'm just going to basically throw them together and you guys can watch, and we'll see if we can get all of these cards finished by the time my time runs out. So I do have here the stapler and the snips, and of course I've already pre-cut my lengths of the Emerald Envy, so they're all here ready to use. So I've just got to wind them up and then staple them on. And I love using staples when it comes to ribbon because it's just really easy to work with. So, and it's some dimensionals and some Tombow, and that's all you'll need to throw these sort of cards together. And the layout I've actually gotten off the designer global design project. So let's get started and we'll throw some of these together. So I think for these Christmas trees, what did I use? Mint macaron, right, so I'll use these two. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get some ribbon, and you can see one end is already trimmed from where I stuck it on previously. These ones go landscape. So I'm just going to roughly measure that up here. I'm not doing any of these ribbon measurements, you know, I'm just doing it by eye and just holding it in place. So first I do the ribbon, cut that off, and then that bit's ready to go on my next card. So I'm not wasting any ribbon in between either. And then I'll get a little bit of the Emerald Envy thread, and I've already pre-measured this so that it goes around my hand 3 times. And then I'm just going to pop that on the edge here. I'm going to staple that as well. Trim those edges just a little bit shorter. Put some dimensionals on the back. And I'm just doing 2 dimensionals. Oh, just stuck that one a bit close to the edge. And just on the outside edges, because the ribbon will go down here. And I don't find that the dimensionals really stick to the ribbon anyway. So actually I'll just glue this first. As you can see, I'm not even really being very particular with my glue. Just get it on there. And then we'll stick this little one over the top. Cover up those staples, and that's it. How quick and easy was that to put together? So it's just a little bit of preparation when you've got a whole heap of these to do. It really does help to just get a little production line going. And the joy of handmade is that it doesn't have to be perfect. So, you know, whoops, don't want to staple all of that together. You do some bits that are a little bit different than other bits, it's really not a big deal. And I'm just lining up so that the white piece is straight and has an even edge all the way around the edges, or you know, roughly. Now I've only got yellow and brown left, so that's alright. It is a coordinating colour, so it'll still look good. And these ones I prefer doing portrait style cards. I find that they stand up better, and because people have their Christmas cards on display for a longer period of time than, you know, a birthday card might be on display for a week, but Christmas card might be on display for a month. So I prefer to do them portrait when I know that they're going to be up for a while and stand up a little bit better. And another little plus is that it uses a little bit less of the cherry cobbler ribbon. And then when I get to the end, I'll go through and I'll stamp all of the insides all in one go as well. So I have got, that one was a bit straight, I'll just recut that. I've got 33 cards here out of, or there'll be 36 cards out of a full, half a pack of, whoops, forgot to add my little piece of string to that one. 36 cards out of half a pack of DSP, or 72 if you do a full pack. So that's really quite economical. Got glue everywhere, but that's alright. Oopsies. So that's quite a lot. You know, you can just get a full pack of designer series paper, and if you layer it up like this, you know, you're going to use 36 pieces of cardstock, so that's a pack and a half of cardstock, and 72 pieces of designer series paper, so that's a full pack of designer series paper cut to these measurements. And then you're going to use a little bit more. I think I used 4 sheets of cardstock to get all the coloured bits, and another 4 for the white bits, so that would be 8 of each if you were doing a full a full pack of DSP, and then what else? Some glue, some dimensionals. I think I went through 1.5 sheets to get all my little sentiments, so that would be another 3 sheets of Whisper White for your, if you're doing a full pack. And then just glue and dimensionals. Probably a reel of ribbon. We'll see. We'll see how much I come up with. Oh, I did the snow upside down on that one. Not to worry. No one else knows what it's meant to look like. Well, maybe you guys now, but you're not going to tell on me, are you? And look, this one even gets a free cat hair. The lucky recipient. Let's hope that they're not allergic to cats. So you can see that these are really quite easy to pop together, and can you see I put the designer series paper upside down on that one as well. But it's not going to notice. You're not going to notice once that's stuck on there. It's going to look fine. Oh, there you go. So I've just finished my reel of cherry cobbler. So you're probably going to need a couple of reels to do a full pack. But it would depend as well. I mean, if you did it all so that they were all facing portrait, because I've got a few of mine that are landscape, so that's used a bit more of the cardstock. Geez, I'm massacring this little piece of ribbon, aren't I? Here we go. Alright, sorry dude, you got a bit cut short. That's alright. And look, I've only got a couple of minutes left, so I'll finish this card and I'll stop. But you can see that it would be very easy to just bang out a whole packet of these, and especially if you're not chatting while you're doing it, then you know, maybe you can concentrate a little bit better and get a few more done and out of the way. But my point of my video is that, you know, it's really easy once you get a little production line going to just get a whole heap of cards done. I mean, normally I'd spend maybe half an hour on just doing one card, but I spent maybe 2 hours yesterday. I got all of these cards done, well, apart from the couple that I've done while I've been chatting to you guys, and like I cut all of the materials and everything as well. So, you know, you can get heaps done if you organise yourself. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this little tutorial on, you know, batch processing. And please subscribe to my channel. And you can go over to my blog. You can sign up for my newsletter. It's jessieholton.com. That way you'll get all of my notifications of specials and news that's going on with Stampin' Up. And there goes my timer, so I'll sign off. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I'll chat to you again soon. Bye.